Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th Canto, Chapter 16, text number 20. Ayam bhuvo mandalam udayadre Goptaika viro naradeva nataha Asthaya jaitram ratamatta chapaha Paryasyate dakshinato yatakaha. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This king, being uniquely powerful and heroic, will have no competitor. He will travel around the globe on his victorious chariot, holding his invincible bow in his hand, and appearing exactly like the sun, which rotates on its own orbit from the south. Purport. In this verse, the word yatharkaha indicates the sun is not fixed but is rotating in its orbit, which is set by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is confirmed in the Brahma Samhita and also in other parts of Srimad Bhagavatam. In the 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated that the sun rotates in its own orbit at the rate of 16,000 miles per second. Similarly, Brahma Samhita states, Yasajñāya brahmati samvrta kala chakraha. The sun rotates in its own orbit according to the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The conclusion is that sun is not fixed in one place. As far as Prithu Maharaj is concerned, it is indicated that his ruling power would extend all over the world. The Himalayan mountains from which the sunrise is first seen are called Udayachala or Udayadri. It is herein indicated that Prithu Maharaj's reign over the world would cover even the Himalayan mountains and extend to the borders of all oceans and seas. In other words, his reign would cover the entire planet. Another significant word in this verse is Naradeva. As described in the previous verses, the qualified king, be he King Prithu or other king who rules over the state as an ideal king, should be understood to be God in human form. According to Vedic culture, the king is honored as the Supreme Personality of Godhead because he represents Narayana, who also gives protection to the citizens. He is therefore Nata or the proprietor. Even Sanatana Goswami gave respect to Nawab Hussain Shah as Naradeva, although the Nawab was a Mohammedan. A king or a government head must therefore be so competent to rule over the state that the citizens will worship him as God in human form. That is a perfectional stage for the head of any government or state. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. So King Prithu, being the Shakti Avesha, avatara of Lord Vishnu, it is described here that he was uniquely powerful and heroic and had no competitor. Supreme Personality of Godhead, one of the definitions given by Parashara Muni is that there is no one equal to or greater than him. So, that same thing is also applicable to his Shakti Avesha, Avatara. And it is said here that he traveled around the globe holding his invincible bow in his hand, and appearing exactly like the sun which rotates in its own orbit from the south. So when Prithu Maharaj has got all the Shaktis of the Lord in his personality, obviously is powerful, heroic, and wherever he went with his invincible bow, victory was guaranteed. In the modern days, that Shakti Avesh Avatara is a sound incarnation of the Lord, the Nama Avatara. Just as Prithu Maharaj, holding his invincible bow in his hand, traveled around the globe on his victorious chariot, Srila Prabhupada, with the Shakti Avesha Nama with him in his heart, he also traveled around the globe and was victorious in transforming millions of living entities who are worse than one hunter who was transformed by Narada Rishi. It is not possible to change one's karmic nature, the nature by which one is born, is extremely difficult. That is a normal rule. So unless there is some extraordinary power, this personal transformation of a person in terms of his nature from demoniac sense-enjoying nature to divine nature of serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead is extremely rare and impossible without the Shakti of the Lord Himself. Sometimes when we preach to the materialists, when we preach to the people outside, we say that Prabhupada went without any money or contact, and he established a huge institution, an empire all over the world. But that is not the true glory of Srila Prabhupada. There are many people started with nothing and built big financial empires with so many assets and so many branches. The real achievement of Prabhupada is what nobody else can do without Krishna's Shakti. That is changing the hearts of the people, not simply changing the hearts of the people, changing the hearts of the people from being a materialist to one who is surrendered to Krishna and who wishes to go back to Godhead. To redirect the consciousness of the living entity from materialism to spiritual world, to Krishna. And that, just like here, it is said that Prithu Maharaj was holding his invincible bow in his hand and became victorious. The same way, Srila Prabhupada with the invincible Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. He went around the world and whomever he touched, he conquered. He conquered them for Krishna. Made their life blissful, made their life successful, made their life eternally free from suffering anymore. Gave them the taste of taking shelter of the holy name of the Lord. So just as Prithu Maharaj was an empowered incarnation of the Lord, the power of the Lord is working in him. In the same way, the power of the Lord worked in Srila Prabhupada. So we can say that he is also Shakti Avayesh Avatara. Krishna Shakti Vina Nahe Tare Pravartana. Not possible to spread the holy name of the Lord without Krishna's Shakti. So what was the result of King Prithu Maharaj ruling over the globe? That we have already seen in several verses, that the people became peaceful, prosperous, happy, and everything was there in abundance. In addition to fear among the demoniac persons, fear among those who break the laws of social order, Dharma samsthapanaya sambhavami yuge yuge. The Lord comes for establishing social order. There are elements in the society who disturb the social order through their adharmic attitude and activities. It becomes a botheration for the entire society. So a king is very kind and gives in bountiful quantity to his subjects. At the same time, he is also very hard with the criminals, and that was the nature of Prithu Maharaj. Similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu preached to Jagai and Nityananda Prabhu preached to Jagai and Madai. They attacked Nityananda Prabhu and they hurt the truth stone on Nityananda Prabhu and he got wounded. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately appeared there and he invoked his Sudarshana Chakra to behead these two brothers, Jagai and Madai. At that time, significant what Nityananda Prabhu said. Nityananda Prabhu said, please forgive them. This avatara is not meant for killing the people with your weapons, but it is meant for killing the demoniac mentality in them through the holy name. So, the war going on presently. Kalikale Namarupa Krishna Avatara. Krishna has descended into this material world. Just like one sun reflects on millions of water bodies. Similarly, this one supreme sun of Krishna Nama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, he is reflecting on millions of tongues today, and the war against Kali is being waged. And it is continuing. Where more and more living entities are coming under the shelter of the holy name by the preaching of the devotees. And because of it need not, just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could be very angry also, very merciful also. But very angry as he was with Jagai and Madai. Similarly, the Nama Prabhu also is feared by death personified. Demons will flee. In this case, the demons in the hearts of all the people will flee. That ahankara will flee by Cheto Darpanamarjanam, by the touch of the holy name on their consciousness. Just like we all have come into Krishna consciousness. For us who come into Krishna consciousness, who come in touch with the holy name, it is not just like when you come to Krishna consciousness, then you say, okay, I'm progressing slowly. There's a gradual process by which I am less detached. Then I become little more detached. I get little attachment to Krishna, then little more. That is a path, regular path. You go back to your starting of your Krishna consciousness. Completely we were all somewhere else. It's not a continuum. Gradually I was a karmi, then I became a devotee. No. They're completely different. Suddenly it changed. Our path has been changed. Karmis means engaged in fruitive activities, lost in this material world. Maybe in this life we are human beings, but millions of lives we have rotated through 84 lakh species of life. This is not some, I did 8th standard, 9th standard, I did, degree, and then I went, no, it's not like that. A completely change of school. Somewhere else, we stopped that system fully. put a break to fruitive activities, put a break to sense gratification, life of body-centered life, of making it in life. And now we come to Krishna consciousness. We are not bothered about this body-centered identity, what happens to it in the society. Otherwise everybody in this world is only centered around this body. What happens to me, my profession, my career, my family, my this thing, my society. That's all. They're all within the limited circle of family, self and extended self. We come out of that border. How is it possible? It's only possible by the Shakti of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, Prabhupada says here that, let's again go back, talk about the power in this world, the interplay of power in this world. Krishna is a supreme Ishvara, Narayana, Krishna, Vishnu in this world, Shirodaksha Vishnu. It's all Krishna. Krishna Tattva. Krishna Tattva is a Param Ishvara. But we have to understand that the entire existence is full of so many different living entities to whom this Param Ishvara sanctions different degrees of his power. All power belongs to him. He is a proprietor of all power, all energies, everything. In his different ways. Krishna, in his expansion as Narayana, exhibits one kind of rasa, power, as Mahavishnu lying on the Karnajula, expanding as Garbhodaksha Vishnu and Shirodaksha Vishnu. They distribute that power to the Devatas, to even every living entity seated in their heart. And that is why in the Bhagavad Gita also, when you see Krishna wants us to feel everything is his power, no doubt. Yet he says, I am this, I am Himalayas among the mountains. I am this, I am this, I am this, he says. That is to indicate that entire universe is pervaded by his power. And each of us, tiny living entities, are dynamically being blessed, are dynamically being sanctioned. Devotees are blessed with power, whereas karmis are given power according to their karma, their karmic earnings. And you see, the entire world is about, modern world or any time, it's about power. Power rasa, lording rasa in this world. That is equally distributed by the Lord. Karmically distributed by Kala, the agency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But the Shaktiman is Krishna. Shaktiman is Vishnu. At every point, the Shaktiman in our body, from whom all Shakti comes. Jnana Shakti, Buddhi Shakti, every kind of Shakti that comes, Prana Shakti, is coming from the Lord's expansion as Shirodaksha Vishnu seated in our heart. To see the proprietor of all power as the Supreme Lord is a Krishna conscious way of seeing this world. And understanding that these Krishna's Kala distributes the power to different people. Today somebody is powerful, tomorrow somebody is pauper. Powerless he becomes. A Vaishnava knows all these things and therefore he is never proud of power. Pride comes from power. He knows, if a devotee always remembers that any time the power can shift from it's a borrowed power. But everywhere, whatever power is there in this material world, you see there is a respect to people who have more power. As Prabhupada is saying here, as per social etiquette, even Sanatana Goswami gave respect to Nawab Hussain as a Naradeva, although the Nawab was a Mohammedan. So this perspective of the world, from the point of view of different jivas holding different degrees of power, different degrees of power, the owner of all of which is the Lord in their heart, is an all-pervading Lord. And whatever power I have, each of us have some power. This body itself is a power. Bodily strength is a power. Further, the resources that you control, that's also power. We are dealing with it every day. As devotees also, we are dealing with it. But we have to recognize that as belonging to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Once we recognize that, then we never become proud about the borrowed power. Krishna is the sole enjoyer of his Shaktis. The way he enjoys, he has decided, yes, my living entities want to be independent. Okay, here, I give you power according to your karma. I dispense power. Not a blade of grass will move without his sanction. To see everywhere power as sourced from Krishna is Krishna consciousness. It is not that you are thinking of Krishna and Goloka Vrindavana. That alone is Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness should be practiced in every part of Krishna's creation. Krishna cannot be separated from this existence in our consciousness. We have to always see that Krishna is the proprietor, he is the owner. And whatever power Krishna gives for a devotee, he always remembers that it is to be used in a Krishna conscious way. That is the difference between power handling by karmis and power handling by devotees. The karmis handle power and they are subjected to if they misuse as per laws of karma, they get reaction. They use that power properly, then it becomes an investment and they get more power. Doing punya, with your present power, you get more power. Next life, you will get even more power. When you misuse the power, that is called papa karma. Power is equal to freedom. So you misuse your freedom, you get papa karma, then your power decreases. The whole material life from body to body, transmigration, it's all about different power. And this is very evident from the present. If you see everybody's consciousness in the karmic consciousness, they are after power. Different kinds of power. That is the rasa they are looking for. A devotee consciousness completely changes. So I am not after power. I am after serving the Supreme Lord. And for serving the Supreme Lord, whatever power is required, He will provide. Of this, there is no doubt. He is the owner of all the power. So devotee is always struggling to maintain his consciousness as a servant. How can I be more and more surrendered? This is the effort of a devotee. The effort of a devotee is not that in the name of preaching Krishna consciousness, he is chasing power. No. Very easily, whatever is required will be granted by the Lord. As long as we know how to handle it. Krishna does not want to give power to a devotee, which he can mishandle and lose his Krishna consciousness. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says 3 enemies: followership, dhanam, wealth, na dhanam, na janam. Janam means followerships, personal followership, na sundarim. The flickering beauty of this material world in the form of opposite sex and so many other. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim kavitam va jagadisha kamaye. Nor praise. Looking for praise. These are the enemies, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. So, at the same time, these things are required to preach Krishna consciousness. So, we don't go after them. When it comes, you take it and you enjoy and you engage it in Krishna's service as a honest instrument. Just like a cashier, he counts every day the bank's money and he does his duty. He doesn't put something in his pocket. The same way the devotees, they handle power. And then to do big things in this material world, you need big power. That means we have to qualify to handle big power. Then preaching will expand. If you have to qualify to handle big power, then we have to qualify spiritually. To personally be detached from power, always think I am a pauper. That is humility. According to degree of humility we develop, the Lord will bless us with powerful services which need a lot of power in this material world. So Krishna is waiting, Prabhupada is waiting, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is waiting for us to develop the purity, to develop the awakening that I am a pauper. Everything that I have is the mercy of Prabhupada and Krishna. It is not mine. Constantly he remembers that in 1 second everything can go away from me. I can be powerless. So this kind of consciousness we have to develop. Any questions?
This question is more related to yesterday's class.
Related to?
Yesterday's class. Time was less for the class. So, for a non-devotee, the results of his activities are decided based on the law of karma, which the Lord has created. But in case of devotees, the results are completely under the control of Krishna. He gives the result because prarabdha karma and all these things, it doesn't work for the devotee.
No, I didn't say that.
In case of devotee, whatever services he does or whatever initiatives a devotee takes, the results in that service is completely under the control of Krishna. Not in his karma, whatever karma, prarabdha karma, whatever it is there.
That statement is wrong. It is completely under the control of Prabhupada and Krishna, the devotee's life. But how he will use the prarabdha karma of the devotee, it's not that it has no relationship with the prarabdha karma. The devotee's activities, devotee's devotion service, the result of such devotion service will have some bearing with prarabdha karma if the Lord decides so. Because the prarabdha karma is also his dispensation through the process of karma, laws of karma. If through the laws of karma something is to be retained, the Lord will retain it and engage the person according to his prarabdha karma to dovetail it and to engage in devotional service. So, not that our prarabdha karma has no connection with our devotional service. Prarabdha karma has connection, but Krishna that's not binding. As a karmi, you cannot move an inch beyond your prarabdha karma. You cannot get 1 rupee more than what is there in your prarabdha karma. In the case of devotee, the same prarabdha karma is supposed to deliver 1 rupee, same prarabdha karma, Krishna will make you deliver 100 rupees out of the same prarabdha karma. Because Krishna brings, that is the meaning of saying that we change our karma. If our prarabdha karma is gone, then we cannot be in this body. This body is result of prarabdha karma from birth. As a function of kala, it is growing. New seeds. 2025, these things will be the phala, fruits that will come in your life. 2026 will be something else. 2046 it will be something else. These are all already there. Prarabdha karma is there. But now we have become devotee of the Lord. That prarabdha karma keeps also, it's not binding. Krishna can also clean up some prarabdha karma. No, he doesn't deserve this. It disturbs his devotional service. It doesn't help his devotional service. Cleans it up. According to his estimate, Paramatma's estimate, Chaitya Guru's estimate, not according to your estimate, whether it disturbs or not. Sometimes we get sick, why Krishna is not removing my sickness? Sickness is due to prarabdha karma. I am not able to do devotional service. Then your devotional service is to come to realization of detachment from the body, understanding the laws of karma. That is the will of the Lord. I had to be bedridden for so much time is the will of the Lord. It is not prarabdha karma binding. That prarabdha karma, the Lord has decided, let it be like this. Or it is supposed to be very heavy, but let it be little less. But whatever I am experiencing is given by the Lord, and I have to respond to that. If it is personal pain, if it is personal these things, hardships, we have to see that whatever happens in my life is no accident. Whatever happens in my life is not stringent laws of material nature, but it may be stringent laws, but it is sanctioned by the Lord. So I am happy. Krishna could have stopped this, but he is not stopping. Okay, there is some use for bhakti, therefore he is allowing this. Devotees go out to collect. All the money belongs to Krishna. Krishna knows everywhere which person can give, which person cannot give. All that he knows. Why doesn't Krishna simply take the devotee to the right person only? No, knowing very well that somebody will not give money, he may lead the devotee to go to that person. And that person will say, I will not give. He may humiliate and he may do all the kind of things. And that means you should simply know that I have gone there to, Krishna has taken me to teach me. Detachment. Start karma yoga. Karmaneva adhikaraste. Learn from there. Practice in your life. So like that, you see, it's a very dynamic thing with respect to devotees' karma. Don't take plain statements like this. It has nothing to do with part of the karma. Understood? Why each of us look different? Why each of our working ability is different? Prarabdha karma. But it changes. If your desires to serve the Lord, then prarabdha karma will change. By Krishna supplementing it with what you need. I protect what you have and I provide what you lack. Just see. To do some Krishna service, you may lack something, but Krishna says, I'll provide. But his providing is again based on another law. Law of karma is one thing. The other one is called the law of surrender. Ye thamam pravadyante tam sate bhajamyaham. So now instead of being under the laws of karma, we have to constantly learn how to seek Krishna's reciprocation by surrendering to him. In Krishna consciousness, we are in the process of consciousness transformation. At the consciousness plane, how we work. We don't work like karmis. Karmis is fruitive attitude, controlling everything. A king like Prithu Maharaj, controlling the whole universe, whole globe. But he is not taking that. It's on behalf of the Supreme Lord. A king is a true representative of the Supreme Lord. For a true king, there is no difference between being an ordinary person and a king. Because whether the ordinary person's power and the king's power, it's all, the owner is somebody else. Any other question? Grandaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.